Chelsea is reportedly super serious about signing a big-name alternative to Ipswich Town striker Liam Delap this summer. Enzo Maresca is on the hunt for a top-class number 9, and bringing in a new striker is clearly a big priority for Chelsea right now. The West London club is expected to go all in on finding a new centre-forward, and plenty of names are already on Blueco's radar. One of the players, DELAP, is said to be keen on a move to Stamford Bridge. Nicholas Jackson hasn't scored in the Premier League since the start of the year, raising doubts about whether the Senegalese forward is the right man to lead the line, though injuries have played a part. Meanwhile, Christopher Nkunku, despite bagging 14 goals in all competitions this season, has only netted twice in the league since early December. So he hasn't exactly been the most reliable backup striker either. In recent weeks, Maresca has even tried using Pedro Neto as a temporary striker, which really highlights Chelsea's desperate need for a new, consistent goal scorer. Reports suggest that Delap is one of Chelsea's top targets heading into the summer transfer window, which runs from June 1st to June 10th, right before their Club World Cup campaign kicks off. Delap's situation at Ipswich. Turns out Delap has a £40 million release clause in his contract, which would come into play if Ipswich gets relegated. That's caught the attention of several of Chelsea's Premier League rivals who are also in the market for a striker. So yeah, the race for his signature could get intense this summer. But Delap isn't the only option Chelsea's looking at. Galatasaray loanee and Napoli outcast Victor Osimhen is also reportedly very eager to join Chelsea, with multiple media outlets confirming interest. His release clause could reach up to £69 million. Another name seriously being considered is RB Leipzig's young star Benjamin Sesko. Chelsea very serious about Benjamin Sesko. The Slovenian striker actually turned down a move to Chelsea last summer, according to Fabrizio Romano, but this year it looks like he's ready to leave the Bundesliga club. Journalist Simon Phillips says Sesko is now a very serious target for Chelsea, based on what he's heard from sources over the weekend. The 21-year-old has been on fire in Germany, scoring 19 goals across all competitions this season, beating his tally from 2023-24's. His current release clause sits at £62 million or around Rp 3 trillion, according to Sky Sports. Despite the hype, Slovenia's national team director Miran Pavlin says Sesko remains grounded, which could make him a great personality fit for Maresca's squad. He's really humble, comes from a small town, and knows how to handle everything, said Pavlin. He's been a star since a young age, but he's still just a regular guy, and I'm sure he'll stay that way in the future too. Chelsea are among the clubs rumored to be keeping a close eye on Ipswich Town striker Liam Delap ahead of the summer transfer window. The Blues are reportedly eager to bolster their attacking ranks ahead of next season in a bid to give Enzo Maresca more firepower in forward areas. While Chelsea are well-stocked in wide areas, Nicholas Jackson is yet to prove himself as a clinical goalscorer, and injury problems have prevented Christopher Nkunku from nailing down a starting place. A number of striker options have been linked with a move to Stamford Bridge in recent times, and Ipswich star Delap is one of them. The former Manchester City man could be available for a cut-price fee in the upcoming transfer window, which was prompted a number of Premier League teams to circle. European Football Advantage. According to journalist Ben Jacobs, the player himself is keeping his options open, with a number of top clubs interested in signing him. He is understood to be high on the list of targets for both Chelsea and Manchester United, but the London club have one clear advantage over their rivals. The report goes on to state that Delap is most likely to give preference to clubs competing in European football next season. Chelsea could qualify for next season's Europa League should they win the Conference League this term. While they are currently in the top four, it could yet book a place in the Champions League. With United trailing all the way down in 13th and 11 points off the top 7, their only hope of qualifying for any European competition is by winning the Europa League. Should they fail to do so, Chelsea will no doubt be clear favourites to sign him ahead of the Red Devils, relegation clause. With Ipswich still 9 points from safety and running out of games, there is a strong chance they will be one of the 3 clubs relegated at the end of the season. Should that be the case, DELAP will likely be available for a cut price fee this summer. Widespread reports suggest the 22-year-old has a £40 million relegation clause in his contract with Ipswich, where he is currently contracted until 2029. However, Jacobs also notes that his former club, City, has a buyback clause, although their current striker options suggest DELAP may be surplus to requirements. Chelsea's evaluation, another report, this time from Team Talk, goes as far as to say that Chelsea have placed DELAP at the top of their priority list ahead of the summer. RB Leipzig's Benjamin Sesko has also been mentioned, but the article suggests that the London club view DELAP as better suited to Premier League football. His ball-carrying abilities and physicality are behind the pursuit, and Chelsea's interest reportedly dates back to his time at City's youth academy. DELAP wouldn't be the first former City player the Blues have signed and enjoyed great success with, as Cole Palmer has established himself as one of the Premier League's best since his move to the club in 2023. In recent days, Manchester United have been credited with an interest in Ipswich Town striker Liam Delap as the forward looks increasingly likely to leave Portman Road at the end of the season. The Tractor Boys are staring down the barrel of relegation from the Premier League, with Kieran McKenna's side 12 points adrift of safety with just 7 matches left to go this season. If so, Delap will almost certainly leave Ipswich after an impressive debut season in the Premier League, on a personal level, at least. Even if Ipswich were to perform a miracle and stay up, they would find it extremely difficult to keep hold of Delap. The 22-year-old centre-forward has scored 12 goals in 30 top-flight appearances this term, while providing 2 assists in the process as well. Such form has attracted the interest of several of the top clubs in the Premier League, including Man United and Chelsea. The Blues have been keeping a close eye on Delap since he was signed by Ipswich from Manchester City last summer. Understands while a move was considered for Delap in the January transfer window, Chelsea knew any deal midway through the season would be difficult. The striker, who is of course the son of former Stoke City defender Rory Delap, has been focused on trying to keep Ipswich in the Premier League, something that is looking almost impossible at this point. Understands while a move was considered for Delap in the January transfer window, Chelsea knew any deal midway through the season would be difficult. The striker, who is of course the son of former Stoke City defender Rory Delap, has been focused on trying to keep Ipswich in the Premier League, something that is looking almost impossible at this point.